G'day mates, and how you going, and welcome back to another episode of Kai's Creatures. If the vibe seems a bit different today, it's not your imagination. We're starting what I call my end of summer special episodes. So today we are not going out in the middle of the woods, we're actually going to the Denver Zoo. I told you this was Kai's Creatures, not Kai's Insects. There's going to be stuff other than bugs once in a while. Though I guess we are going to start with a giant dung beetle anyway. Nice. Yeah, there's the freaking lion. Big kitties. And more importantly, a big brass ladybug. And there is a striped psychopath next to a dinosaur. Yes, I said dinosaur. I explained that already. So last time I was in this area, I found a beautiful monarch butterfly caterpillar. I mean, there's giraffes too, so you know that's kind of cool. But no monarch caterpillars this time, but I did find some beautiful milkweed beetles. Like this guy. Hello, little red milkweed beetle. Goodbye, little red milkweed beetle. It's pretty on brand for me though. I found a giraffe and I was like, oh, milkweed beetles. Here we go, this place is more my style. So these are one of my favorites, Tinosaura pectinata, the Mexican spiny-tailed iguana. Actually, one of, if not the fastest lizard in the world. And they're really small and cute. And that up there is Varanus salvadori, my favorite lizard of all time, the croc monitor. Wish you can get a better view of them, but they are absolute monsters. And they're awesome. And this is one of my favorite amphibians, the giant waxy tree frog, or the giant monkey tree frog. This is Phylomedusa bicolor. Probably the largest tree frog you can possibly own. And because of their waxy skin, they're not quite as intolerant to handling as most tree frogs, so if you want to get one as a pet, you totally can, but always get captive bred. They are a threatened species. And that is a big damn rat. Just kidding, it's a capybara. Probably one of the chillest animals ever, although it is a rodent despite its gigantic size. Check out these little epaulet sharks. They are one of the smallest shark species, but they, in my opinion, are one of the cutest and one of the coolest looking. I absolutely love these little guys. And they are little guys. They only get up to about 3 feet, which is tiny for a shark, although not the tiniest. This is surprisingly one of my favorite species of all time, the spotted garden eel. They pretend they are grass, which is just adorably hilarious. Wish they'd come out a little more, but you know, you can Google them. They're super cool. Actually, it's not. That's a Picasso trigger. The reef trigger is but still, very close cousin, obviously. And that up there is the Cuban night anole, the largest of the anole species. And they are mean dudes. I used to actually own a couple of them though. One of them was vicious, and one of them just tolerated my presence. They're really cool lizards though, and not that difficult to take care of. And this, of course, is the legendary Komodo dragon, which needs no introduction. The largest lizard in the world. He probably is, the way he's looking around with his tongue like that. Kids. But yeah, up to 10 feet long, possibly up to 300 pounds. Buffalo and deer eating monster of a lizard. Absolutely amazing though, and recent research has shown that they are in fact venomous. They used to think it was just their bite was full of bacteria, but they are actually truly venomous. Which seems a little overpowered for something that's already that large and powerful. So this Mesozoic monstrosity is the alligator snapping turtle, which is actually surprisingly much more docile than its smaller common cousin, the common snapping turtle. I'm not saying you can pet it though. And this is my favorite family of reptiles of all time, the crocodilians. This is the Siamese crocodile, actually. Very rare species. And signs like this. 1, so has every insect you've ever met. 2, birds are dinosaurs. I explained that already. Again. Somehow they look cute underwater though, don't they? Oh, look at this. Grumperdorina portentosa. The Madagascar hissing cockroach. I don't know why I'm wasting time on these. I breed these. I have a closet full of them. Believe it or not, yeah, some people, some crazy people, and I'm not naming names. Ooh, there's a big milkweed beetle over here. Yes, I'm getting distracted again, okay? There's a lot of plants and bushes around here. That is a favorite mammal of mine, is the okapi, or the okapi. Is once actually believed to be a mythological animal, which you can kind of see why. It does look straight out of the Ice Age, though. Really interesting critters. They're actually closer to giraffes, by the way. I mean giraffes with zebra legs. There's nature's chosen one.
Welfare, a little bit about how we're able to ask them to participate in care. But I also mentioned that understanding the social lives of our elephants are...
Get a more close-up view of them, but they are wonderful animals. And they do have issues in captivity, unfortunately, but unfortunately at the same time, without the work of accredited zoos, they would be in a lot of trouble. So they really do their best for all you zoo haters out there. They love these little guys. Little guys, I said. Little guy over there is the clouded leopard, one of the rarest cats in the world. And the largest fangs for its body size of any cat as well. Sometimes called the modern day saber-toothed cat. This elephant area has just got us pretending we're in India or Nepal or something, which is, you know, great, sweet, fair enough, but how come my only option for a snack is Bavarian pretzels? Whew. I don't know, can you hear those cicadas? Can't see them, but boy can I hear them. Whew. Here's a hippo trying to eat a big floaty cube. The terror of the Nile, these guys. They don't actually swim, they're just so heavy they run on the bottom, by the way. They're cute, but they will absolutely F you up. And this is the southern cassowary. The most obvious proof that dinosaurs still exist. Those feet will disembowel you. And it won't be an accident. Good lord, aren't they awesome though? In a terrifying kind of way. I love ratites. Ratites, by the way, being the large flightless birds like cassowaries, ostriches, emus, kiwis actually, which are definitely not large, but they are ratites. And despite these big guys making it kind of obvious that dinosaurs are still around, they were actually a lot smaller in the past. Only the small avian dinosaurs survived, and then they got bigger and flightless again. They didn't come from flightless dinosaurs in the first place, so a lot of people might make that mistake, but nope. All that survived was the flying boys, and then they stopped flying when they realized it wasn't necessary.
Dia is 16.
Couple of female red kangaroos, old ladies.
Males are bucks, right?
Wallabies back there. Sweet little fellows.
I can't remember what the like.
But this little beautiful critter is Marshmallow, the albino wallaby. Because of course they named her Marshmallow, right? Wallabies are so cute. They're like kangaroos, except they won't destroy you. And to be fair, not all kangaroos will destroy you. The ones they had over there are females and they're old, so they are significantly less aggressive. So I'm a little bummed that they had cassowaries but not emus, because there's a really funny story that goes with emus. So back in 1932 in Australia, there was an epidemic of emus. They were everywhere, like trampling crops, running amok through towns, like it was a literal mess. To the point where the Australian government declared war on emus. And lost. As it turns out, emus are really fast and really strong, pretty aggressive when provoked, and basically the only way to kill them reliably, they're like zombies. You have to hit them in the head. And that's hard to do even with a machine gun. So they were flipping over, you know, cars and it it was a mess. And yeah, the Australian government surrendered to the emus. Definitely one of the wilder moments in human-animal relations. A literal modern first world nation loses a war to a bunch of big dumb birds. We've got a, hey, come back here. The gray-crowned crane. Pretty iconic species. Will you stop walking away from me? Big cool, but stop it! You're being a pain in my butt. This is the red-crowned crane. Though the crown's not quite as impressive, it's a bigger bird. And of course, we got the ring-tailed lemur. Definitely an icon. Oh, hi there. Look at that tail. I love these guys. And they are primates, but they're prosimians. They're not simians like monkeys and apes and such. They're an earlier family of primates. There are aye-ayes in here, as well as a more familiar species of primate. It looks like they're getting fed right now. Very, very rare and unusual creatures, aye-ayes. But don't shine lights, because it's bad for the aye-ayes. Not gonna lie, I would love to have a house like this. That's just tree platforms and some shelter somewhere. I really miss climbing trees in Hawaii. He's getting a little reading in. Funny, I didn't think orangutans could read. I think it's upside down, mate. And there's the little babies over there. So tiny and cute. Here comes the baby. There he is. Oh my gosh, so cute.
He's so tiny.
Actually, I think he is. He's flipping through the pages.
So the fun thing about brass statues is you can tell where people have touched them the most. And obviously people have been rubbing his belly. And the top of his head's really shiny. So people have been giving lots of love pets. Here's the African crested porcupine. And they just fed him, so he just ran right out here, right on cue. What a good sport. Eat your carrots, buddy. You know, I'd love to pet him, but I think not. And that obviously is a squirrel. I don't care what anyone says, they're adorable. So now we are in the forest aviary, and I love these areas because there's just animals just there. Like these ibises, for example. Not sure what kind of ibis actually, but that bill is pretty distinctive, so it's definitely an ibis. Oh yep, see? Waldrapp ibis. Here's the red-breasted goose. Looks more of a little duck than a goose. What are the eggs in there? Oh, maybe little teenage ones at least. So cute. Hey, what are you just laying eggs in the middle of the river for? You guys suck at parenting. Got a more local species here. Beautiful mountain goats. A couple of Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep. These are females, I'm pretty sure. There's some males around, but yeah, these guys we've almost run over a couple times. We didn't, by the way, but almost. They actually come down during the winter a lot to like lick the salt off the roads, like the salt they put to melt the snow. They come down to lick it, and it's where a lot of traffic accidents happen with them. It's the Malayan tapir way over there. Another one of those weird rhino-y, horsey, strange animals that looks like it came out of the Ice Age. Because it basically did. There's a big beautiful rhino over there. I think this is the greater one-horned rhinoceros, if I'm not mistaken. Probably my favorite of the large African mammals. Because, yeah, that's the one-horn for sure. I love them because they're just not what you think. They look big and armored and tough, but their skin's actually really soft, and they look like they'd be super aggressive and stuff, but they're so skittish. They're funny critters. I love rhinos. Let's petition to have more copies on carousels. I mean, there's other cool stuff too, but copies are awesome. So there we've got the Cinereus vulture. Big Mediterranean, North African, like Middle Eastern species of vulture. Over 9-foot wingspan. He looks smallish, but that's because he's way over there. But yeah, again, dinosaurs. And here we've got the African buffalo, the Cape buffalo, the Widowmaker. They can hold a grudge. It's funny to think they're one of the most dangerous animals in Africa because really, they just look like cows. And as long as they're not upset, they just act like cows. Hey. Intruder alert. Yeah, they just fed those guys a bunch of treats based on grains and vegetables, so I'm not too surprised the rabbits are getting in on it. Ooh, African ground hornbill. So, funny story about these. When I lived in Hawaii a few years ago, one of them actually escaped after a storm, and it was just running amok around Oahu for a while. And yeah, that was a wild time. I don't really know what happened to it. They never really said. I never got updated on the fate of that bird, but he was probably just out having a great time. Grandma, if you're watching this, I would close my eyes for a minute. This is the African rock python, largest snake in Africa. And obviously they are pythons, so they are constrictors. And, well, what can I say? They are amazing. Well, I was gonna go show you some lions, but the same weird guy has been hanging out by the lions for 4.5 hours now, so I guess I won't. And the ladies are over here though. They do all the work anyway. Why does it seem like they're never facing you? Probably just get tired of seeing people all the time. Maybe she's got herself a little snack there. Pretty majestic. Hello there. You're not supposed to be here. Oh, they got a big metal crocodile out front. Nice. Whew, so that was a fun little change of pace, eh? Well, I'm starving to death because it's about 5 o'clock and I have not eaten anything since 11:30, so yeah, I wasn't about to pay $30 for a beer and a pretzel. But I hope you enjoyed our little look into the local zoological institution. The Denver Zoo is actually pretty cool because they were the first one in North America to actually build enriching proper enclosures. The whole iron cage era pretty much ended here, so that's pretty cool, I think. They definitely deserve props for that. There's our dung beetle again. So I'm gonna go find something reasonably priced to eat somewhere, and in the meantime, take care of each other, take care of the earth, and I will see you next time, folks. Aloha. Oh yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I always forget to say that.